Hey guys, I'm sorry, the lighting is so bad in here right now. Right as I was almost done filming, the lighting started to change on me and I don't have time to fix it because I gotta go to work. I am late right now. I'm gonna keep this intro really short. Yeah, as you can see, I'm in my Sephora wear because that's where I'm going. Excuse my nails in this. Literally, they all like fell off yesterday. And I knew I was going to be filming this today. I don't have time to go get them fixed until tomorrow, so they look ratchet, but whatever. We have a Disney villain theme at work today, so I decided to do like this kind of Ursula look with like this tentacle liner. I really love how it turned out. I am not the creator of this eyeshadow look. I saw a look of it on Pinterest, but I will have the original creator's Instagram down below. I give her full credit. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial, and like, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll just jump into the tutorial. So I got one eye done off camera. So I will show you guys how to do the other eye now. The first thing I'm going to be doing is priming my eyelids. So I'm going in with the Anastasia Eye Primer. I'm not going to be setting that primer because it's going to allow the pigments that we put on for the eyeshadow to like really stick and be vibrant. So I'm going in with the Anastasia Norvina Pro Pigment Palette Volume 1. I absolutely love this palette, and I'm going to be using this shade here, A2. I'm taking it on a smaller, like more precise brush, and then just gonna basically be packing that into the crease, just kind of drawing the same pattern. It is totally okay if it is messy. We will be going in with some concealer and cleaning it up. Then I'm going to be taking B1 here to kind of blend out the edges and add a bit of an ombre effect. I'm then taking A3, which is a little bit deeper, and I'm going to go back into the crease just to kind of deepen that up a little bit. I'm then taking C1, this matte white shade, and I'm just going to use this to soften the edges. So next I'm going to take some concealer to kind of carve out the crease. So I'm just going to set some down on my lid, and then you look up and look all around, and it'll create a bit of a guideline for you as to where your cut crease should start. This is a really good technique for people with hooded lids. And I'm going to take the shade Good Morning to set the lid. So for the liner, so I'm taking two of the Huda Beauty Hydra liners. They are basically like really intense little pot liners, and you activate them with water. So I'm going to be using Space Panda and Grape Soda. I'm going to mix the two to make the purple a little bit lighter. So I basically just kind of like wet it, scoop some up, and then put it in the cap as like my little palette. And with these liners, like I said, they're completely like rock solid, hard, dry, and then you just wet your brush and dip it in there, and it activates the liner. So you do have to be careful with these because they are activated by water. If you have super sensitive eyes that water all day, probably want to avoid using these because they will just wash away basically. And before I forget to note, when you're doing the black liner as well, make sure you are using a waterproof liner for the first step, because what I'll be doing is drawing the black liner on to kind of give me a guideline, and then going over it with this. if you don't use a waterproof liner, when the liner hits the black part, it's going to kind of smear it. You don't really want that, so just use a waterproof liner for that part. What I'm going to start off doing is the liner on the actual lid, just to kind of give me a guideline. This isn't like, doesn't need to be like perfect right now or anything like that. You do also have to be careful with these as to how much water you use. If you don't make it the right consistency, whether it's too dry or it's too wet, you do risk it cracking throughout the day. So if you use these liners, take the time to actually go on their website and read their recommended way of using it and practice with it. Try it out, see the right formula for you to ensure that this wears all day and like, you know, looks as vibrant and pretty as when you first put it on. And I'm gonna go in with the Kat Von D tattoo liner to kind of draw the black line for my guideline. So I'm gonna start it at the top, so like right here, and just kind of bring it out, kind of following the shape of the eyeshadow on the top. Just kind of like that. Once again, this is a guideline, so it does not need to be perfect in any means. I'm just going to take the liner and draw like basically a squiggly line, and then that after that like base is down, so I have that guideline, we will go in and like fill things in to make it more dimensional. So I'm just going to start from the bottom of my eye. We're going to take this up, across the black liner, take it right back down, take it up again, and come back down, and basically just kind of wing that out. So I'm gonna fill in this part here. I'm basically just going over the line again and thickening it up along the way. I'm also filling in the gaps between the black line. If you can like see right here, there's a little bit of a gap of skin showing, same with right here. So I am filling that in with the purple as well, and that just kind of adds to the thickness of it. And it's completely okay to cover up the black liner and everything. We will be going in and like re-adding all of that in as well. So I'm gonna take some liquid liner now and add that back in to just deepen it up, and also add that kind of like swirl effect to it. So it's basically all it is doing it where the liner goes over the purple and then under the purple, over the purple, under the purple. This first one's gonna go over, so I'm basically gonna bring it to where the like tentacle starts going down again, so right there. So then we're going to skip it to the top of this one and bring it over to the bottom of here. So I'll just kind of show you. Just kind of like that. And then lastly, it's going to skip and just come out. Like that. We're gonna go back in with like the purple color and re-go over it, make sure everything is fully coated, and really focusing on the areas where the black liner is not going over it. So like right here, to make sure that the like base liner that we put was completely covered up, to make sure that it keeps that effect. I'm also gonna go in and thicken the liner on the lid a little bit. I'm also not bringing it fully in because we are going to add in the black liner there as well. I'm now taking the black liner in the inner corner just bringing it up a little bit. As you can see, the black liner is not connecting. There is a bit of a gap there. And then I'm gonna bring it on my actual lid as well. I'm actually gonna go in to the ABH palette again, and I'm gonna take the shade B4. This is just a small like angled liner brush from Morphe, and I'm gonna use this to just kind of go like just around the edges and kind of add a little bit more dimension and a little bit more depth to it. And then I'm gonna go into the Jawbreaker palette. I'm taking the shade Gumdrop, and I'm gonna use the same brush and basically just use this throughout the middle of it, and just to add like that lightness to it. I'm next gonna take the Urban Decay Razor Sharp Eyeliner in, I believe this is Bump, but my sticker fell off, but it looks like this. I'm gonna use this to create the white dots that are supposed to be like the tentacles. And obviously making sure to avoid the black line. You don't want to put any on that. And then I'm gonna take my black liner and I'm just gonna put a very little dot in the middle of every bigger white dot. So that is pretty much the eye look done for now. We'll move on to doing the face, and then we'll just have like the lower lash line and everything to do. So I'm going to prime the skin using the Touch in Soul Glassy Skin Balm. For foundation, I'm going in with the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. I have not used this in a hot minute, but this used to be like my favorite foundation. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. Brows and lashes off camera. I use my Anastasia Dip Brow, and then for lashes I'm wearing the House of Lashes in Natalia. Now I will finish the lower lash line with eyeshadow. I'm gonna take this black here. This is D5. I'm gonna take this right along the lower lash line. Before I do that, I'm actually going to take a little bit of loose powder. Just put some on my under eyes to catch any fallout, especially since we are working with black eyeshadow. We do not want that falling on our face. So I'm taking that black and just going to smudge this out on the lower lash line. Sorry, I forgot to say what I was doing here, but I'm just taking the shade A2, so that like original purple shade, and now blending that under the black and just kind of smoking it out and making sure everything is nice and blended. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next, I'll zoom you guys back out. I'm actually gonna take some purple shadow and kind of use that as like a contour today, just to kind of bring in like Ursula a little bit more. This is optional. You could definitely just like leave this here if you wanted to, but I'm gonna go full on out. I'm basically just using the purple shades from this palette. I'm going to go in with a bit of a bigger brush. sorry that the lighting has completely changed. The sun decided to just pop up out of a cloud and now it is way too bright in here. So I had to turn my ring light down so that hopefully it's not too like overexposed. Can't really do anything about it because my curtain's very sheer and it doesn't block out the sun enough. So just gonna have to live with this until the sun decides to go away again. I am gonna take a little bit of powder and just like bake under here just a little bit. For highlight, I'm going in with the Anastasia Aurora palette. I'm gonna take this shade Spectra and I'm gonna mix it a little bit with the Pixie and Rach Loves palette in Zipper. I'm also gonna use those colors to highlight my brow bone. I'm going to apply some black gel liner into my waterline. This is the Pretty Vulgar one. Okay, I'm going to finish off the little small details off camera, do my hair, and I will be right back. Okay, this look is finally complete. I did add a red lipstick. It was just one of the limited edition like holiday lipsticks from Too Faced, but I know they have some other like red ones in their collection as well. I did add a little birthmark because Ursula does have one. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, and if you haven't already, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're being for Halloween this year. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.